All right, so today I'm gone today, Kipsters, so make sure you've got all these things done. You're going to watch this video, which is actually 2 lessons merged into one. You're going to complete problem set 1 and check your answers with your solution back. Complete problem set 2, check those with your solution back. And then finally, you're going to complete your X ticket for the day. When you're done, you can assign yourself with Zern, so make sure you are doing that when you are done. And make sure I get your X ticket turned in before the end of the period. Also, make sure you are responsible for your Chromebook and headphones. If something is broken, lost, or mismanaged while I'm gone, you will be responsible for that. So make sure you report anything that has a problem, and we'll figure that out. So today we're going to be able to write division expressions in 4 forms. Really, this is the only kind of expression we haven't yet talked about. We've talked about addition and subtraction and multiplication using our distributive property. Now today we're going to talk about 4 different ways we can write a division expression. 4 different ways. Oops, my camera got all mixed up there. So let's take a look at this first one. This first one, it just is a kind of a normal division expression we're used to. It's 15 divided by 3. Now we know we can write it like this, 15 divided by 3. Or as in fraction form, I can write 15 divided by 3. Or in word form, I can actually write the quotient, and quotient means to divide, the quotient of 15 and 3. So we have 4 different forms. We can do words, an actual division expression, our division problem, and our division fraction. So let's say I did this. We know that it's always the dividend divided by the divisor. Pause the video. Think about where dividend and divisor would go. Think about where dividend and divisor would go. Think about how we would write this. Okay, so hopefully you're back from pausing it. Remember, the dividend always goes on the inside, dividend and divisor. Or here, it goes on top, dividend divided by divisor. And lastly here, this is the quotient of the dividend and the divisor. So we have word form, expression form, fraction form, and I guess we could call this regular form, or I mean, you might even call it old school form. This is how you always used to show your division, right? A long time ago. All right, so what I'd like you to do, I've got a bit of a complex problem here I want you to try. So again, I want you to pause the video here, try this one on your own, and then come back and see how you did. All right, so if you've showed integrity the way you need to, hopefully you've paused and figured things out. We should have, it says 10x divided by 2. Well, we can copy that down right here, 10x divided by 2. And so let's see, that's the quotient. The quotient of 10x and 2. Or if I look at it as a fraction, that means 10x must go on top since it's my dividend, and 2 must go on the bottom. And in my old school way, 10x must go here, 2 must go on the outside, 10x divided by 2. Good, so rewind, pause, go back if you need to get any questions answered. And then let's just go ahead and step into the problem set together. So when you do these problem sets, ooh, it looks like I misnamed them. You're going to do problems, this should actually be problem set number 1. Sorry about that mistake. So this is problem set 1. When you do these, you're going to have to split it up into 4 boxes. And then you're going to do it just like you did the ones on the other page. Just like the ones you did on the other page. And some of these might be pretty tricky, so you may have to figure out some things on your own as you check them. In fact, let's go ahead and look at one together. This one, we're going to skip that one because it didn't get fixed here. But let's look at this last one on the page. This last one, if I split this into 4 to show my 4 different forms, obviously I have this one. This is worded really strange. I actually say this like this. The quantity of the sum of f and 2 divided by, I'm going to run out of room, divided by g. So that is a pretty long one. But when you see those parentheses, that can make you think the quantity of. Or I could also say the sum of f and 2 divided by g. I'm going to include that one as well. I can also write the sum of f and 2 divided by g. So obviously here, think about what that would look as a fraction. And in the old school form, you're going to do that one, and you're going to do all these other ones, and you're going to check them with your problem set. Once you've checked them, you'll move on to the next page. You'll check these with your problem set. Move on to the next page. Do these, and then check these with your problem set. Once you're done with all those, your exit ticket's right here. All you're going to do is you're going to write your name, put your heading. You're going to complete the whole thing. That includes this back side of it. That includes the back side. So if you flip it over, there is a back side to it. On this back side, you're going to complete this as well. You're going to tear it off because it's stapled. So you're going to tear off that last page. And then the substitute will collect these today. You will not hand them in the tray. The substitute will collect these. Remember today that the way that you act in class will determine your scoreboard points, and maybe 1 or 2 classes might have cool math games next week. So it'll all be dependent upon how you guys decide to act and what kind of integrity and self-control you show with the sub.